Sam in the girl in Final Fantasy. I have a $543.21 donation. The donor is anonymous and says, to the first Zelda game I ever played, ever owned, ever beat, and the many, many deaths I went through on the way. Oh, and of course, to MSF. Iron sends $10 and says, I got stopped on the street by an animals rights activist wearing a Save the Animals t-shirt. She was convinced she knew me from a local vegetarian club, but I'm sure I'd never met her before. We have $10 from Yelsrek. So shout out to the amazing Zelda 2 community. Been looking forward to this run all week. Good luck to JN and Simpol. Amazing couch too. Big props to Pres J Polk for his awesome in-depth play-by-play. I'm at work and listening more than watching. Donation goes to Pres's choice. And I assure you we did get that from him, so... $5 from Corey M, who says, I know people are afraid their Zelda puns will bomb, but it's for charity, so have a heart and submit some more. What could possibly Goron? Valley of Death Red Jar donates $10 and says, it's always nice to see more Zelda 2. One of the best and most underrated Zelda games. Good luck to the runners, and I hope I don't disappear. $40 from Jappy saying, I just wanted to say thank you to all the amazing speedrunners. I always love these AGDQ and SGDQ events. Thank you to all the speedrunners and to the organizers. Thank you very much. And Michael Hughes sends $50 saying, I am error, but this donation isn't. Keep up the good work, everybody. Trisha sends $10 and says, this is my first few days off since working nearly 3 months in a row without a day off. And what better way to spend it than with SGDQ? Thanks to all the runners for a fantastic week for a fantastic cause. This donation goes to good taste in Final Fantasy VI. Down with the Demon Chocobo. I think them's fighting words. Neradoc sends $20 and says, thank you for the great speedruns and for helping MSF with their very important missions. Thank you, Neradoc. $25 from Sanguine, who says, I've been following AGDQ and SGDQ for many years. Keep up the great work. I'm looking forward to the Elder Scrolls block. Spent hundreds of hours on those games. A big thank you from all. And I have $15 from Dashneer, who says, here's 2 blue repeats I found in the couch for the Zelda 2 run. I sort of thought there would be more links to the puns. Oh well, I suppose we will have to reflect on that for a while. Greetings from Canada. Signed, the guy whose Wi-Fi is named A Linksys to the Past. Okay, you win. Donation goes to announcers choosing, but to not save Kill the Animals. I have a $100 donation from Anonymous that says, simply because it's embarrassing to see a game I have never beaten be finished in under an hour, and save the animals. And we're getting a lot of donations for Kill and Save the Animals, but guys, there are a ton more donation incentives that you can put your money towards that are coming up really, really soon. We did meet the Solid Arm donation for Illusion of Gaia, and I know there's a bunch of stuff coming up for Bionic Commando. We have Collect N, which is the description for this is complete a level that has no end, which awards us an item that technically does not exist. You should expect no less from a game that PJ runs. That's currently sitting at $2,529 out of $3,500. So start getting your donations in towards that. And also in Bionic Commando 100%, there is the extra talkative NPC glitch, which is using the door storage glitch to get an extra special dialogue from an NPC, which is currently at $2,798 out of $3,500. And then there's the invisible bike glitch that's coming up in Trials Fusion, which is sitting at $1,008 out of $7,500. So, yes, while it's all good to save and kill the animals, there are a bunch more cool things coming up here. So think about putting some of your money towards that. I have $50 from D-Triple that says, much love to all the awesome runners doing the things I never could. Save the animals. Azaria donates $50 and says, thanks for the great run. I'm sure by the time you get to Saturday, everybody will wanting a juicy steak. So here's a donation towards the secret cow level in Diablo 2. Anonymous sends $10 and says, I'm sorry I can't take more. This is all the cash I have on hand. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. ALOAN. Alone. Yeah.
Wow. That's bad even for me.
Yeah, right, DW? Okay. And I'm just going to finish up with one thing that I think everyone here would agree with. $100 from Penguin23, who says, I just wanted to say thank you for saving my day. Also, hello to the French Restream. Awesome event, and thanks to everyone who's a part of it. And a big shout out from all of us here on site to everybody out there that is doing the foreign language restreams for us. So I think what I'm going to do now is pass it on over to you guys on the stage. Take it away.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Doesn't Count.
No, you're the one that doesn't count. We established this yesterday.
Yes, we did. All right, Rygar. Why ask Rygar? Maybe it's a very solid platformer that has some graphical issues, but it plays really well. And I guess we can, if tech's ready, we can get a countdown. Who wants to do a countdown?
All right. I have a microphone and speakers. I can count down.
Go ahead.
Okay. Everyone in the audience, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! So the category we're running this year is something that we did for Big 20. Big 20 is something the Best of Nests group. You can find that on Twitch. Oh, I did it fine. The Best of Nests group is just guys that come together and set up for various online marathons and that kind of thing. And this is category we're doing. We've never done for a GDQ before. It's we're going to do the full game for you, but we're allowing death warps. We're not doing any of the weird, wild, wrong warp stuff.
And it's not deathless either.
Yeah. So hopefully we get a time, in the 22-minute range.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. It'll also be the first time we're going to go for this pit skip that, I got bad pattern here, that was thought to be kind of a task thing, and then, the great Renner Fiesel developed to do on console. So now we have to do it on a console.
That was weird.
I got such a bad pattern, I died. We're in great shape.
That can happen.
Yeah.
What another thing this game likes to do, sometimes it'll the enemy will bounce back in a weird way when you attack it and just smack you and you die. That can happen.
So most of what these guys are trying to do right now is each one of their movements, even though it seems kind of off, they are deliberate because it actually changes what monsters spawn where.
I don't know that.
And yeah, and you saw I mentioned it that I got a pattern I didn't want, and that affected, gave me a bad pattern that I couldn't recover from.
Oh, that's fine.
The idea here, the reason we're coming up here and we're killing enemies is that this game is actually kind of a proto-RPG. I got the glitch. Oh, great start.
All right.
And this game works on tone and last. Tone is your attack power, last is your defense. For speedrun purpose, we only need to worry about our tone. And tone determines your attack power. It's tone divided by 8 rounded down. And the first instance of tone where we'll need it is for the first boss, Aruga. We want to be at 48. That gives us 6 attack power. Aruga has 450 HP, and you start with 30 tone. So that rounds down to 3 attack power. So it would take 150 hits to kill Aruga.
Yeah.
And so we get to 48. 48 gives us 6 attack power, so it's 75. So it cuts it in half.
And technically, I hit myself there. That's really special. Okay. Anyway, you can, if you can get an extra, 8 kills within, 3 or 4 seconds before the first boss, you'll technically save a little bit of time on it. But that's annoying, and things don't always spawn the way you want to. So especially for this, we're definitely not even going to think about doing it.
Shout outs to Moonstones, if you're seeing on mine stream.
And actually, what I'm doing at the top of some of these ropes is I'm jumping before I'm actually touching the ground, so you get a little bit of extra boost. And if you hold down in general at the top of one of your going over a rope, you actually get stuck in the air just because this game's really programmed well.
Yeah, it's like, if you ever been to Fake Island or watched the glitched run, and it's got a lot of fun things to it. You'll see it in this game with, flickering and all that. The graphical interaction stuff is problematic at times. It runs well. It's fairly stable most of the time, and the controls are really good. Rygar does what you want him to do and is kind of intuitive. So
this is interesting, but I should be fine. I got an extra kill. Oh, I should have taken that health. It rarely seems to drop a health on that first one.
yeah. So yeah, there's a drop in this area that can be a problem because it keeps you from getting to the right tone. Right. He's fighting Aruga right now, which is, he's got to be kind of concentrating for, which I will be doing shortly. The idea is to get 4 or 5 hits per.
That's good.
And there we
Jump.
go. First boss down on Simple's side.
Shining Dragoon.
Shining Dragoon. Sorry. Wow.
They do both have S's, though.
They do have S's.
And sometimes this game can be a little bit weird if you try to get onto these little zipline areas. The pulley doesn't always want to completely engage, and you get a little bit worried sometimes. Because obviously, that little pigs in a blanket can see right there. If you fall into it, you die. I never thought of them as pigs in a blanket, but someone told me that once, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could see that. And I am actually going to kill myself the exact moment I get into this first area because I don't trust this room.
There we go. DW got it.
He has full life, so he's fine. But this is basically the worst room in the entire game. Other than the room coming up, I guess, technically.
It's a bad series of rooms.
This area, these flying guys, they can spawn wherever they really want to. If there's too many of them, they'll lag. It's great all around. You can die in this area, have full life, try again, die. If you're just get really bad luck or you're just playing a little bit off. All right, so for this though, I'm going to try to be a little bit serious because this skips is really stupid.
They're going to try a jump here that's very precise in terms of pixel and frame perfection. So they're going to jump off of an enemy and try to cross this gap in a way that was not intended.
I'll be using a different enemy, though, than Darkwing will. I don't know why that extra one's spawned, but that's fine.
So Shining is going to be jumping off of that purple guy that you see him jumping on right now. It's a little bit higher up for him, and got it.
But this section doesn't really get any easier after that jump. So if he
I'm not being safe, so I'm going for the fastest possible strat here. So we'll see if I get it.
If they die after, they still have to repeat it.
So let's not do that.
Yeah.
I messed up my little pattern, so I'm just going to be safe. Did not expect that.
And
Nice.
DW got it.
All right, I didn't die.
Not over yet.
So the boss that Shining just beat, so long as you duck, his face actually has no hitbox, but your attack is high enough that you can just juggle him back and forth.
All right.
I don't know if he did his new strat, but he just figured out a way of jumping and stuff that saves a couple seconds. Look, especially over my cave, because that was terrible, but... Oop.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
You know, I actually haven't done this part of the game in 2 days because I've been working on that one section for the last 2 days because I've been struggling with it. So it's nice that I got it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like all relaxed. That was like the, like for all the runs I've done this week, that was the most nerve-wracking section I've done.
Yeah. This part you've done a few hundred times, so you can probably handle it. So.
Yeah, I can probably, you know, wing it maybe. I don't know.
So this is going to be the part of the game where we just farm.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be good for the rest of the game in terms of damage.
Mm-hmm.
If we were doing Deathless, we'd actually be good for the rest of the game in general. But in this, we do a little death after it, so we don't have the magic we would normally have in a Deathless run, even though my Deathless run is completely terrible, and I need to redo that.
Yeah, this the reason we grind here is that these guys are, and you know, this game made the smartest decision to name these green guys Germans. Everything else has some weird name. These guys are called Germans. I wish I knew why, but you know, that's just what it is. They're not the. They don't give the most. They give 15, which is really high. But you can spawn 6 of them on a stage, and you can spawn them immediately, like he's doing this right now. And yeah, it's the fastest way to get your tone up. You can see there's a lot of last here, so you can see our health just goes up really fast.
And I'm doing a really poor job of this farm right now, to be completely honest.
Do we have time for a donation while you guys do
Yeah,
this?
please,
Oh,
do, please.
definitely.
All right, I got a few here. $10 from our own Cyberbot X, who says, going to be having to get ready for work while the Rygar race is going on. But good luck to Shining Dragon and Darkwing Duck anyways, even if the latter doesn't count. As to where to put this towards, I still think we need to see this never-ending level with a non-existent item in Bionic Commando. And I have CJJ who sends $100 and says, I've been following GDQ since 2013, and it's always a pleasure to watch all these amazing runners destroy games that I could never complete when I was a kid. I just came home from work in time to catch the end of the Zelda 2 race. Great skill shown by both runners. Put my donation towards the extra talkative NPCs in Bionic Commando because everything becomes more funny with PJ behind the controls. It is truly great what you guys are doing, and I look forward to it every time.
That was terrible, terrible, terrible farm.
You turn on me, Cyberbot X. After I hosted for Aquaria all those years ago, you turn on me.
$25 from Mobile Joe, who says, I have been following GDQ for several years now. This is my first time watching live. Unfortunately, I will not be able to see the rest of the marathon due to a military obligation, but here's a little something to support MSF. Keep up the great work, runners, and thank you for your military service, Joe.
And here, Shining just went to the menu, and he selected something called Attack and Assail, which allows you to basically attack anything and everything on the screen at once. It lasts for roughly
10 attacks.
10 attacks. So, with all the grinding they did, it's going to be considerably easier to kill that boss and the next coming ones.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, Attack and Assail is, in the Deathless, we only use it on the final boss. It's almost required for the final boss because of its just weird patterns. You can't get close to the final boss, so you have to hit him from far away.
It's basically impossible to kill that boss without Attack and Assail, unless you're in the American version and you fully train yourself to the max. Then he'll only do 1 damage to you. But if you're in the awesome PAL version, you only get a 1/4 of the normal strength that we get.
Yeah, I guess it's a challenge. If you ever want to have a real, difficult challenge, try to beat Rygar on PAL. I'm not up for it, so I leave that to you, the viewer, right now. Go play the PAL version of Rygar.
We just saw them take their last death warp in this game. So the route of this game with deaths isn't really all that much different from the route without deaths. Just saves little time in a couple places, and from now to the end, it's going to be pretty much like normal.
The difference, right, is
That's weird.
we've got
Whatever.
we don't have any mind points at this point. On Deathless, we have mind points, so we don't have to worry about getting enough for Attack and Assail for the boss. So we have to kill a few more things on the way.
Nice.
Oh, hey, good.
My strategy is a little bit different than Darkwing.
This is a problem. I got hit by that.
Oh, holy crap.
But I'm in trouble, too. I only got 2. Ooh, this is strategy. We got to think strategy here.
Well, yeah.
I might take it easy on I might not even do the hard strat.
What I was supposed to have done there was kind of do a little jump so I could have just kind of avoided anything that would hit me, but apparently that didn't happen, so it just knocked me down and I died.
Oh, I got hit anyway.
Oh.
Dang it.
All right,
okay.
So Darkwing needs to be a little bit careful. Well, he can't really do anything special. He's just got to hope and dream.
Nice.
All right.
That's what I wanted to do last time.
It's not over yet. I got to avoid getting hit here.
Yeah, if he gets hit, he'll get sent to the beginning of this little area. We're actually in the mountains that we did for the second room of this entire game in the first place.
So that means you would have to go all the way back to the left and make that big gap jump again.
Which is actually exceedingly easy to make. It
Right.
looks like it's
Yeah.
actually slightly hard, but it really isn't.
Whew.
Oh, and also,
I need that heart rate monitor.
I'm going to have to farm a little bit. Well, I probably will need to farm a little bit more than Darkwing because I lost some of the kills to get me my magic points.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over because, I could get really bad luck on mind points here to get to the 5 we need for Attack and Assail and have to grind. He could get like a triple. Like when you see the ones that have only 2, it's actually a 3
There we
spot
go.
of mine points. So now if, once he gets here and I'm just past it, if we die, we did something. Oh, I said that in Star Tropics. Never mind. All these years ago, I said if I die, something bad's happened. I died. So I'm not going to say that this time, but we should not die. I know, I'm pretty sure Mike's, Uyama's in the audience, and I'm sure he remembers that tremendously. All right.
Every, I don't know if it's a specific amount of enemies itself, but when you kill a certain amount of enemies, you have a chance to drop something. It's going to be a star, it's going to be a health, or it's going to be a triple star.
I haven't gotten a drop yet. I didn't have good luck with the armadillo things.
Don't hurt me.
So what both of them are going to be hoping for pretty much the remainder of the game is to get enough stars for the last attack in the sale.
I got health. That's bad.
Boo.
You're also going to see Darkwing probably graphically glitch out some stuff here.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all
I
there.
did that already. Yeah. There's a post I despawn.
I don't want to take 2 more hits, because I'm playing really, really well right now. Don't worry about this. I think the robots technically give the most amount of tone experience, whatever you want to call it, out of all the enemies in the game. It's just that they spawn so poorly.
They give 18, I think. The snails give like 100 or something like that, but they take a while to kill if you don't originally grind. They took 4 hits. Oh, a triple. Oh, I'm almost in the door.
So there's a good chance that Darkwing's actually going to win this one.
I could get health the rest of the way. The 3 helps, but it's no guarantee of anything.
That was a weird spawn.
Whew. All right, these guys. Ooh, okay. I should have just tanked that. All right. So, boss attack patterns. That one's called Belzar. The one in the tower has the greatest name either. It's Death. It's technically I guess Death Pygar. I just call him Death Pigger because it sounds funnier.
Yeah.
And they have weird attack patterns. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. So now we're going. Oh, I got health again. We're going back up to this area with the moonstones.
I could use health, to be honest.
And what am I doing? I'm doing something not strategic. Okay. And we have to. The whole idea of the game is to get all the treasures, get the flute, so we can get to the floating continent and save the world from this bad guy. Rygar is this undead guy that they bring back from. Like it's a Sovngarde type equivalent to save the world. And all right. Oh, what am I doing? I got 3 mind points.
I have 3 mind points too.
Ooh, so we're close here, and he's like catching up to me because I'm just playing all.
You're playing bad?
I'm playing all wussy-like, but. This is the final area. It's actually, this area is in a speedrun. It's not too bad. It's pretty fixed on the inputs you make and go through it. I could have gone to Fake Island. I should have done that. This game has at the very beginning, you can jump off the screen left, and you actually scroll the screen, and it puts you in junk data of this game. The developers decided it would be a good idea to make it easy for players to find junk data in this game.
It looks exactly like the castle, except there are 0 enemies in it.
There's 0 enemies, the doors don't work, and it's all over. I've had a lot of fun in Fake Island.
So one thing to note about why it's so important to get the drops early, from the Z2 run that you guys saw just before this, same principle applies. They have to kill so many enemies before another one is going to drop something. Mm-hmm. However, instead of having individual pools, they all have the same pool, which can be health, 1 star, 2, or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And getting a triple star in general is just really good just because that way it's that you're saved three drops that could have been all health. This game really likes giving you health at the end of the game.
Yeah, those shadow enemies were supposed to be drawn in, but they never got around to it. Just like the dungeon music in that one place, they just never got around to fixing it.
To be fair, in the unused data of this game, you can see what these guys are supposed to look like, and also, I hate that thing. Wow, okay. I kind of actually hope I get a health now, at least one. But, so these guys are actually really weird looking, like metal spiders.
Ouch.
They look pretty dangerous, to be honest. They don't look up, and he wins.
Well, I'm going to get grayscale ending because I got my tone up so high. Well, unless I die here. Oh, I wasn't taking any risks there. I just went. All right. So we're going to get We're going to get the best 3-pixel moving pixel ending ever.
All right, we're going to just go with this. I don't want to farm anymore.
Oh, get ready for time, by the way.
So basically...
Time. Oh, I didn't get grayscale because I screwed up, but good. Yay. I won a race.
It's a miracle.
So I completely blame this loss on me saying that I was going to die at the end of Tower. It's not the way I was expecting to die at the end of Tower, but...
Time.
Yeah, time. It wasn't the way I was expecting to die at the end of Tower. I was expecting to get like hit once or twice, and then like the boss was just gonna completely wall me. But instead, he just tapped me.
Yeah,
and I fell into a pit.
So he shot right away.
Yeah, he shot.
And you fell off, and oh god, I hate that death so much.
I usually do a little bit of a jump, but I didn't get the
sometimes
jump.
I did do that. Yeah, it's kind of either or. Now, if you get enough tone to beat the final boss with attack and assail, this is a grayscale ending, and the only thing you see is 3 pixels of that dove, and it's the greatest ending ever. We got a 3-colored rainbow, red, some dreamsicle orange, and some limeish green, because everybody knows that's what rainbows are, right? And
if the bird could be moving, they could have made the waterfall move too.
Yeah, it's just like a static waterfall. So yeah, these are the 2 screen endings. I can't think of a better ending ever in the history of gaming than this.
Well, you might enjoy this one because I have a $100 donation for your choice.
For my choice?
Yes. From Snortum a Monster, who says he has been watching you practice Goonies 2 for a long time, and this. Glad to see you finally in action at SGDQ, and when there's trouble, just call DWB.
Thank you. I think let's name... What do we know on... what are the characters nameable in Final Fantasy?
Pretty much.
6.
Well, we'll give you the list when we're done.
Because we're going to try to name something Rygar.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And just so you guys know, DW, your time was 22 minutes and 58 seconds.
Not bad.
And ShiningDragoon, yours was 23 minutes and 17.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, great. Well, there's the greatest NES game in this block right now.
I like it.
I don't know where to go from that because I don't know how much more I can lie.
Face.
Yeah, I can only lie so long. But it's a fun speed run. It's a good speed run to pick up and learn, I think.
I mean, it's no Fester's Quest, but I mean...
Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, let's hear it once again for Darkwing Duck and ShiningDragoon. With, as DW says, a race of the greatest game on the NES.
Yeah.
All right, I have a $25 donation from TAC236 who says, I loved Rygar as a kid and so did my grandmother. She was the first one in the house to beat it, in fact. She has very recently had a major stroke and is not likely to pull through. Shout out to Nana. Thanks for running Rygar again, and good luck, you two. $10 from regular Swedish Gaming. It says, still waiting for a Pokemon Glitch exhibition. Still, Skyrim will suffice. Unlucky that my vacation is until next week. So far, 20 gigabytes of data has been used while watching at work. Wow. All right, I have $50 from the Invincible Flown Loller. That is one of the greatest usernames I have ever read aloud. He says, highlight of my morning was hearing that Illusion of Gaia was added to the run list. I used to watch my stepdad play and then ended up learning to play it myself when I was little. This game was my introduction to my video gaming love and is my absolutely favorite game ever. I would actually really love to learn how to speedrun it. I will donate again during Poexel's run if this gets read aloud. I'll be holding you to that, Lola.